Hey guys, Traci Copeland here, and welcome to Good Moves with Well+Good. Today I'm going to take you through yoga for beginners. So if you're just starting out to yoga and you don't know a lot of those fancy poses, I'm going to walk you through just some of the basics, some of the more classical, traditional yoga poses in a vinyasa flow class, okay? Are you guys ready? Let's go ahead and get things started. We're going to start on your hands and knees in a tabletop position. Gonna make sure that your shoulders are aligned right over your wrists. Your fingers are staying spread nice and easy. That'll help protect your wrists. We're gonna do a couple cat-cow poses to warm up your spine. So you're gonna sink your hips back, arch through your lumbar back, your lower back, and then look up towards the sky. And then draw your chin to your chest, puff up through your upper back, and then middle back, and then lower back. Puff up like an angry cat, and then inhale, heart opens. And then exhale, release. Inhale, heart opens. And exhale, release. Let's do one more. Inhale, heart opens. Exhale, release. Let's go ahead and come to a neutral spine. I'm gonna go ahead and take your left leg back, nice and long. And just rock it forward and backward a few times. Just start to get used to having the weight in your hands a little bit. Also get used to keeping the fingers spread. And then lift the leg off of the ground, extend opposite arm, and then draw the knee to the elbow. Extend, press through your heel. And again, knee to elbow, extend, press through your heel. One more time, knee to elbow, and extend. And then go ahead and release. And just go ahead and take the opposite leg nice and long. Once again, make whatever adjustments you need to. Rock it forward and backwards a few times. Having that neutral spine, softening through your elbows. Lift the leg off of the ground, pressing through your heel, lift opposite arm. Draw the knee to your elbow, extend, press through your heel. And again, knee to elbow, press through your heel. One more, knee to elbow, and extend, press through your heel. Go ahead and slowly release. Now, curl your toes under. You're gonna take yourself into a downward facing dog, upside down, V shape. So, if you're new to downward dog, fingers are spread, keeping your gaze up towards your belly button. And while you're in this shape, you can start to bend one leg at a time. Chances are you've probably done this before in a lot of different classes. It's basically just allows you to stretch out the backs of your legs, your calves. Make sure that the right hand is in line with the right foot. Your left hand is in line with your left foot. Now shift into high plank, top of your push-up so your body's in one straight line. Then take it back into downward facing dog. Shift into high plank. And then take it back. Downward dog. One more time, high plank. And take it back. Downward dog. Now I'm gonna have you come onto your tippy toes. Just tiptoe your way towards the front of your mat. Separate your feet about hips distance apart. Take hold of opposite elbows and take forward fold right here. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Soften your knees a bit. Allow your head to be heavy. Sway from side to side. Release your hands to the ground. Now heel toe your feet together. And then you're just gonna reverse swan dive your arms all the way up, palms together in high prayer. Exhale, lower your hands down right by your side, palms face forward. This is called mountain pose. Just standing nice and tall. Get used to having the weight equally distributed between your right and your left side. Also, feel free to close your eyes here. Take a nice easy breath. Inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale your arms all the way down. Lift, lengthen, flat back. Release, take forward fold. Come into high plank, top of your push-up. Now we're gonna lower knees, bend your elbows, halfway, chest, chin, so your hips are still lifted. Flatten out your feet. Come into baby cobra. Maybe even lift your hands off the ground. Release your hands. Curl your toes under. Take yourself into downward facing dog. Now I'm gonna have you send the right leg up into downward dog split. You can open up that hip a little bit just to create a little bit more space here. And as I lift that leg, notice how my left heel stays grounded, okay? Resist the urge to lift and cheat it. Keep that other leg grounded, straighten out that leg, square off your hips. Step your foot forward, right between your hands. Try to be gentle. Ground the back heel, slowly rise all the way up. Take warrior one. Now, warrior one is like a deep lunge, okay? So my front leg is bent. My arms are along my ears. The outer edge of my back heel is slightly turned in, almost parallel to the back of your mat. Deeply bending here, and I'm working to keep my hips square towards the front of the mat, okay? So resist the urge to open, but square the hips off forward. Now you're gonna open this up into warrior two. The legs don't really change position here. The knee is right over my ankle. It's actually kind of pointing towards the pinky side edge of my foot. My gaze is over my middle finger, and I'm getting nice and expansive through my collarbones. Flip the front palm up towards the ceiling or the sky. Take it back to reverse your warrior. Looking towards your fingertips. Holding right here, deeply bend the front leg a little bit deeper. And then lower your forearm to your thigh. Reach up and over. Arm is alongside your ear. Now resist the urge to kind of sink into that shoulder, but create some space between your shoulder and your ear. And then move into warrior two. And then back into reverse warrior, just to kind of create some momentum. I'm gonna lower both arms down around my foot, stepping into high plank. We're gonna move into our vinyasa. So I'm gonna lower halfway down, tricep push-up, knees never touch the ground, upward dog, take it back into downward facing dog. How are we doing? Lower to your knees. Go ahead and take child's pose. So everything with yoga is at your own pace. You want to make sure that you're listening to your body. So if you need to take a break and take child's pose, if something becomes a little bit too challenging, too difficult, listen to your body. Take child's pose wherever necessary. Staying relaxed here, reaching my hips back towards my heels, staying soft throughout my shoulders. And then go ahead and slowly return to downward facing dog. Now I'm going to go ahead and take that right leg again forward. And this time I'm just going to straighten out that front leg. This is called pyramid pose, okay? So both legs are straight and strong. If you need to put a little soft bend in one leg, that's totally fine. Working to get that right hip back, left hip forward. Holding right here. Also, what you can do to create a little bit more space is turn the back toes out. Wherever you are, you want to make sure that heel stays connected to the ground. Now I'm going to go ahead and pivot, coming into straddle forward fold. I'm just going to hold here for a couple of breaths, just to allow myself to create a little bit of space in my hamstrings, allowing my head to be heavy. Crown of the head is reaching towards the ground. Now I'm going to go ahead and walk myself over to that opposite side. So you're facing the opposite direction. Step the back foot in as much or little as you need to. We're coming right back into pyramid. So front toes face forward, back toes are turned out slightly. And working to keep both legs straight and strong, leading with my chest. Holding right here. For 3, 2, and release. Let's go ahead and re-bend that front leg. I'm gonna step it back into high plank, top of my push-up once again, lower halfway, body stays in one straight line, come into upward dog, flatten out, tops of my feet look up, take it back into downward facing dog. How we doing? Hope everyone is doing okay. Now, we did one side, and now we have to complete the opposite side. Let's go ahead and open up that hip. Once again, rotate your ankle a few times one direction, a few times opposite direction, and then go ahead and straighten out that leg, square off your hips, step your foot forward, right between your hands. Ground the back, heel, rise up. Find your warrior one. Deeply bend that front leg. Again, that knee is kind of pointing towards the pinky side edge of your foot. The back leg is straight and strong, and my hips are squared off to the front. Opening it up into warrior two. Palms are flat to the ground. Your gaze is over that middle finger. Getting nice and open through your collarbones. Get deep in that warrior two, strong like a warrior. There's a reason they call it warrior pose. It's so you can get a little bit stronger, feel strong like a warrior. Flip the front palm up towards the sky, and then take it back and reverse your warrior, keeping the back hand nice and light on your leg. Looking towards your fingertips. And then lower your forearm to your thigh, reach up and over, arm is alongside your ears, and again creating some space between your shoulder and your ear. Extended side angle, taking it back into warrior two, pausing briefly, taking it back into reverse warrior, and then lower both arms down, frame that foot, step it into high plank, lower halfway, upward dog, take it back into downward facing dog. Now we're gonna start to wind things down a little bit, right? We're gonna go ahead and take that right leg up into downward dog split. Slide your shin forward so it's kind of nearly parallel towards the front side of your mat. I'm flexing my foot. That's going to help protect my hip joint. I'm going to get nice and tall through my side body and just hang out right here. Working to get my hips square. This is called pigeon pose. Now, what you can also do is lower your forearms to the ground, get a little bit deeper here. Working to get the chest a little bit closer to the ground. Now what you can also do, if you have a pillow close by or even a yoga block, you can slide a block underneath that hip. That'll give you a little bit of cushion, a little bit of support, so you won't feel quite a bit of strain on that piriformis. Should feel pretty relaxing. And then when you're ready, go ahead and take that leg into downward dog split, open it up that hip, and then just release it to the ground. Let's go ahead and take it to the other side. So lift the leg up, slide that shin forward, creating some space, flexing that foot, opening up that chest, finding some space. And just taking a moment to pause, and then when you're ready, walk your hands forward, set yourself up for Pigeon. Now there's a lot of different expressions of this pose. You can bend that leg back and grab hold of it, but for now you can just hang out right here. It should be a pretty relaxing stretch. Now what you want to do is just let go of any tension that you have in your shoulders or your neck. Just try to allow yourself to breathe through it. And at the bottom of your exhale, maybe even allow yourself to sit a little bit deeper into the shape of that pose. Now, even though one leg is forward, I'm really working to get that back hip, and my knee connected to the ground. So I'm not opening up my hip. The hips stay kind of closed off, squared off towards the front. lot of our tension, a lot of our emotions. So it's really important that you do some type of hip stretch or hip opener in any yoga practice, whether it's this type of pigeon pose or reclining pigeon on your back. It's always good to get a hip opener in. And go ahead and walk your hands back, curl your toes under, take it back into downward dog split. Open up that hip, rotate your ankle a few times, one direction, times opposite direction. Lower the leg down. Let's do one final vinyasa. So back into high plank, body's in one straight line. Lower halfway down, the elbows are glued to my side. Upward dog, flatten out the tops of your feet. Take it back, downward facing dog. Now looking towards your hands, just walk towards the front of your mat and we will come to a nice seated position. Extend the legs nice and long. Flexing through your feet. Inhale your arms all the way up. Lift out of your hips. Bow towards your feet, keeping your back nice and flat. Holding right here. What I like to do is get a little bit of shoulder mobility out of this one. Let's take the other side. And again. Open and take me to the opposite side. Now you can start to point your toes, round out through your spine, scoot yourself a little bit higher up on your mat, and then start to lower yourself all the way down to the ground with ease and control. Now go ahead and flatten out your feet, bending the legs, arms by your side. Lift your hips off of the ground, getting a little bit of a bridge out of this shorter yoga sequence. So feet are flat on the ground in the same line, really powered up through your glutes, making sure that you're not over accentuating in your spine. Eyes up towards the sky or the ceiling, just hovering right here. Lower down nice and slow. Go ahead and bring your knees together. Then just windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Nice and easy. You should feel pretty relaxing at this point. Go ahead and lift your legs up towards the sky. Legs up an imaginary wall. This is one of my favorite inversions because it's just very simple. You don't have to be an advanced practitioner to do this. It's always good to get reverse blood flow. It's great for your circulation. It's great to reduce stress. You could do this against a wall, or you could just do this right here with no wall at all. We'll be here for one more breath. Draw your knees in, lift your head off the ground, try to make yourself as compact as possible. And then just slowly lower all the way down, ease and control, coming into Shavasana. Allowing your body to just settle completely into the mat, one vertebrae at a time. I'm just going to adjust myself so I'm completely on the mat. Close your eyes. Allow your body to be heavy. Now Shavasana, or corpse pose, is probably one of the most important poses in yoga because you have to allow yourself to be still, complete stillness, which I know is really hard for a lot of us. It's hard for me. Maybe bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Make sure that you have your breath coming from the right place. As you inhale, your belly rises. As you exhale, your belly releases. can start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, move your wrists and your ankles. Draw your knees to your chest, roll over onto one side, and then just gently come up to a comfortable seated position. Getting nice and tall. And when you're ready, go ahead and inhale your arms all the way up, palms together. Lower your hands down towards the center of your chest. Bow your head forward all the way to seal, honor, and complete your practice. Namaste.